Alright, so Yeezy Day 2021, that is on the agenda, guys. It's a pretty big deal because of just what happened the first time this came around. I don't actually know if it was like officially called Yeezy Day. It might have been. I really wasn't a participant in Yeezy Day because I was out in Australia, and this 2019 Yeezy Day was something that was exclusive to the US. It was like this huge restock. So if you take a look at this image here, it pretty much shows you what restocked started at 6 a.m. in the morning. You can see there you've got Butters, you've got the, what are they called, semi-frozen zebras, you've got the zebras, you've got the inertias, you've got the static Yeezy 350 V2s. Basically had a bunch of Yeezy restocks throughout the entire day. It was insane. Anything like this for a lot of people, like especially if you didn't get your hands on a lot of these shoes, is a pretty big deal. So now fast forward to 2021 and we look like we're gonna get it this year. So right now we've got 4 different sneakers that are set to take part of this Yeezy Day. We've got the synth reflective, we've got the cloud white reflective, and we've got the black statics, as well as the tail light. These are all Yeezy 350 V2s. Most of these were regional, like I believe the synth was in Asia Pacific. I think the cloud white was worldwide, or the reflective was probably just US only on Yeezy Supply. The black static was also a very, very hard one to come by, and then I believe the tail light was an EU exclusive. Now, if this is going to be a Yeezy Day, there's got to be a lot of other shoes. Well, right now we just have these 4. Again, it is for August 2021. It is going to be worldwide, so all of us will be able to partake in Yeezy Day. I think from what Yeezy Mafia is saying, that it's going to be pretty high stock. Like, it's not just a restock where they, sell you old pairs that never sold, or it's actually they're producing more pairs for this Yeezy Day 2021. So it is a pretty big deal. I think a lot of us are pretty excited about this. Hopefully it's something fun, like hopefully they make it a little bit interactive through the app or something, because I would just imagine that it would be a pretty fun thing to partake in. But anyway, let me know what you guys would like to see restock on Yeezy Day. Is there any pair of Yeezys that you just really wanted, but the resale price is just too damn ridiculous? Let me know down in the comment section. But there is some more Yeezy news, and in fact it's a pretty interesting one. Kanye West documentary. Now this is something that Netflix actually bought. They bought the rights or to this documentary, whatever it is, but it's literally a documentary spanning 21 years of Kanye West's life. Now I think this is a pretty big deal for him. I just think it's going to be a very interesting documentary. Like, he's an interesting person in and of itself. Like, there's a lot of creativity going on when it comes to Kanye West, and he's built a empire, which is his brand, and obviously all of the other things that he's doing. Now, reading up over here, it says this documentary will cover the death of his mother and West's failed presidential bid, but it's not known if it will cover his pending divorce with Kim Kardashian. Now, I feel like there's still a lot of things going on with that divorce. Like, it just kind of seemed like it popped up and then it kind of faded away. Like, ever since that, I don't even know how kind of public Kanye West has been about that whole thing. But I think there's a lot of other interesting things about Kanye West that I would personally like to hear about, like his Gap collaboration that's coming up, which we will talk about in a minute. But I'd like to know a little bit more about that. I'd definitely like to know just a little bit more of the creative aspect that goes into his designing his products and his relationship with Adidas. I think that would be pretty interesting for me personally. But I mean, geez, this is 2 decades worth of his life that's gone into this. I believe it's going to be a series, and it is set to release through Netflix this year. So again, another big thing for Kanye West, and another big thing for Kanye West is of course his Gap deal. Now with this Gap deal, we haven't really had any kind of official updates necessarily, but again, this is thought to be releasing this year around summertime, or at least mid 2021. So it is like right around the corner, and I'm super excited about this. The only unfortunate thing about this is I would imagine it's going to be exclusively to the US. I mean, if they do a worldwide drop of his clothing line, that would be impressive. But I don't think as of right now there's any information necessarily on that. Now here is the hoodie that I think a lot of people are interested in. This is called the Perfect Hoodie, and there's some leaked images of what this looks like, I believe by Kanye himself. There's this kind of tan one, there's this kind of coral one or peach colored one, there's this blue one, which of course is a pretty popular one. We see him wearing this a lot. So yeah, a lot of people are looking forward to a clothing line, and a lot of people like Kanye's merch or his design aesthetic. So I think people will definitely appreciate an affordable clothing line that goes with a lot of Yeezy stuff, and I just think it's going to work really well. But yeah, a little update, little unofficial update on that. We should be expecting this Gap deal sometime this year. This is what I'm saying, like Yeezy has a pretty crazy year ahead of it. Now speaking of crazy, and this is something that I feel like, well, at least for me personally, I'm glad to see it finally come to a close, or at least so far we believe it's come to a close. The Satan shoe, yes, the Mischief Lil Nas X Satan shoe. Of course, we had the update where I mentioned that Nike started a lawsuit against Mischief and Lil Nas X for this Satan shoe, because obviously a lot of people started thinking that this was a product from Nike, and obviously they were like, we don't want any affiliation with this pair of shoes. Well, essentially what Mischief is now offering is a refund for anybody who wants to return their pair of shoes. So if you have a pair of these, you can send them back to Mischief for a full refund. Now listen, that is not going to happen. These shoes are reselling for a lot of money, and no one's gonna send it back for the retail price. But it was part of the lawsuit that Mischief did have to put that out there to offer a refund. They did have to state that this shoe has nothing to do with Nike, and this is literally just a customization. So you can see this is the email that I believe everybody who bought a pair of shoes got. That is something I believe Nike brought up, was that there is a health concern regarding the drop of blood that is in the pair of shoes. I'm surprised that that's a thing. Like, I would imagine as a company who is going to produce this shoe and know that it's going to get a lot of publicity, like, you would make sure that they've done all of the checks behind adding a drop of blood. Like, if it pops and the blood goes in places, I don't know where it would pop or how it would pop, but it is a chance that it would pop, and you don't want, you know, someone's blood wherever it pops. So yeah, if you want a refund on these, you can get it, but I highly doubt anybody's gonna take Mischief up on that offer. I mean, maybe for the Jesus shoes, like if someone has been wearing them, can you still return it? I don't know. Whatever that is, just I'm glad that this situation is kind of done. All right, so we've got another Yeezy 350 V2, and this is where things get a little bit interesting or confusing. I think confusing actually would be a better word. So take a look at this pair of shoes right here. This is called the Bone and Aqua Yeezy 350 V2. Now, this is quite a different look. Like, it almost looks like, what are they called? The Sesame Yeezy 350 V2s. Very, very plain. You know, the knit pattern has changed a lot. You can literally just see this bold stitch running up the center of the shoe. Not that I don't think this is a cool pair of Yeezy 350s, but the fact that we're seeing all these different Yeezys, it's like, where the hell are we going next? Like, we just had the Ash pack, which obviously had a change in the knit pattern with the Ash effect. And then we started seeing leaked images of the Mono pack. So we had the Mono Ice, the Clay, the Cinder, and the Mist. They completely changed the upper or the knit material of the Yeezy 350. They made it that kind of plasticky material. And now we're seeing this, which is supposed to be dropping this spring. And it's like, okay, so what are they doing with this? Are they changing the knit pattern? Are they going back? Are they just kind of releasing random different knit of Yeezy 350s? I think that's more likely. Anyway, I don't know where this specific colorway slides in to the upcoming Yeezy 350 lineup, but I know that the Mono pack is supposed to be releasing, I think, June or July. So wherever this one slides in, maybe it's going to be coming any day now. Maybe it's a region exclusive pair. Now, if you remember, we were talking about the Slate or the triple black colorway of the Yeezy 450. Well, now we have some beautiful on-foot looks at this pair of shoes. I mean, damn, just take a look. This is thanks to Yankee Kicks on Instagram, and he has a pair early or a sample, and I think this black colorway is Black colorway looks clean. Now, whether it's better than the cloud whites, I don't know. I kind of like the cloud white colorway. That's just me personally. I can understand if people prefer this dark slate colorway because, I mean, it just looks crazy with the, the spikes going up the sides. Yeah, I just wanted to show you guys these on-foot looks. Again, these are supposed to be releasing this year, sometime in June, July. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this triple black colorway. So we got a black and white Nike Dunk High on the way. I mean, if you have the lows, I don't know if you necessarily need or want these, but they are releasing and they are coming this spring. And they're going to keep pushing these out until people stop buying them. So again, hey, if you don't want to pay resale for the lows or you missed out on the lows, this is another solid pair of Nike Dunks. Like I mentioned in my top 10 sneakers that have released this year so far, the black and whites are a really solid option. Like they're so sick on foot. They're just a clean, basic pair of Nike Dunks. If you're someone who's getting your first pair, like this is a solid way to go. Very, very wearable, very, very easy. But yeah, just another Nike Dunk High for you guys. Now, listen, we got a pretty cool one coming through. This is the Ma Maniere, I don't know if I said that right, Air Jordan 3. This one is coming on April the 21st. I don't think we've really spoke about this one so far because I think we were really unsure on how these were going to release. So this is the Raised by Women colorway. Very, very, very clean. The materials look to be super, super good. Now, I think what's going on is these are going to be releasing exclusively at Ma Maniere, the website, and I don't believe these are going to be releasing on Nike sneakers. However, they may in the future, they may down the line. We've definitely seen that with a lot of other Nike collaborations where the collaborator releases it first through their website and then the Nike sneakers release comes through. If you want to get your hands on these, good luck. Hopefully they do a Nike sneakers release, even though I don't know how much that will help. It's still incredibly hard to cop on there. Now, listen. Halloween. I know it's a ways away, but we do have a look at a Nike Dunk Low that looks pretty damn sick that should be releasing this Halloween year. It is glow in the dark like a lot of Halloween releases are. As you can see, this image flashing back and forth. Not only the kind of outsole glows in the dark, but there's some kind of imagery on the upper that glows. You've got like some eyes, different eyes on there. It looks sick. I really like this one. Of course, you've got the nice color blocking on it, the shattered backboard colorway. They love Halloween themed sneakers. I think or Nike especially, really does a good job with those. So I guess, this is something to look forward to this Halloween. South Park. Are you guys fans of South Park or not? Well, Adidas definitely is, and they're releasing a 420 South Park 420 sneaker, and of course it is Towlie, the character from South Park. So this is on an Adidas Campus 80. You can see his eyes go bloodshot, and they do that in the light. So in this one image where you can see the eyes are obviously white, well, when you put them out in the sunlight, they go bloodshot. Where's another image of them being bloodshot? Yeah, there you go. So this is under a black light or UV light, and you can see the change in the colors of the eyes. It's a cool little addition. I love collaborations that do cool little, hidden details or just cool details in general. Of course, you've got a stash pocket as any 420 sneaker would have. It says, don't forget to bring a towel on the left shoe, I believe. And on the right, it says, I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, 420, so that is literally around the corner. What are we on today? Like the 11th? Now, another sneaker, another dunk. Of course, these are at least a little bit crazy, a little bit more interesting than the standard Nike Dunk. This is another Dunk High that has the tearaway feature. So take a look at this picture here. This is called the SB Dunk High Hawaii, and this is coming on April the 23rd. So you can see all of these, flowery Hawaii themes on the top of the shoe. Yeah, this is what it looks like when you tear away, which I think looks even more cool. So you can see like the swoosh and the tongue has this kind of burlappy, kind of reminds me of like the hemp material that was on the Air Force One Stussy collaboration. And then the rest of the shoe, like there's like grass over the toe box and towards the back. There's some orange color which looks insane. I think these look epic on foot, and these should be coming on April the 23rd. So if you're excited for this pair, it is right around the corner. Now, listen, we've got another Supreme update for you guys. This one's pretty interesting. That's why I thought I'd add it in here. I'm not normally a Supreme guy per se, but this is an Air Max 96 that should be releasing through Supreme upcoming. So we've seen a decent amount of Supreme Nike collaborations just this year. Now this is the Air Max 96. You don't really see these very often at all. So of course Supreme has to jump on these. So these are going to retail for $190, and I believe what they will do, like they do with a lot of the Supreme drops, except for the Dunks, they'll release it through Supreme, and then they'll have a Nike sneakers drop later down the line. So this is expected to have 3 different colorways. This is one of them, a kind of navy blue with the red kind of spiky things on the side. I thought I'd end this episode off with a little release kind of reminder, just to let you guys know what you need to look forward to this weekend if you're after either of these two. They're going to kind of be the tough ones. The Yeezy 700 bright blue. This is going to be, I assume, very limited. Like if we can take any hints from the Sun 700, yeah, these are going to be hard to get. These are going to be limited. But of course, I think it's just a solid colorway, a new lower price tag. So yeah, these are gonna fly, and I suggest everybody stay tuned to the channel. I will have a how to cop, of course, giving you all of the raffle links and everything you need to do to prepare for this release. But yeah, April the 17th, just a little release reminder. And then we've got the Jordan 1 Hyper Royal. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have a how to cop for this one as well. I'm excited for this colorway. I think it's clean as hell, but obviously I don't even need to say that because everybody thinks that. Yeah, the Hyper Royal Jordan 1 is also on the 17th. This one you're probably going to have to be even more strapped up for, because I think everybody's going to be going for this one. It is super clean, and it's a perfect shoe for summer. So yeah, if you want either of these shoes, they are dropping this Saturday. Stay tuned to the channel. I will have a how to cop for both of these, and I will have a review for both of these as well. So subscribe for all of that. I want to thank you guys so much for coming through. It is just a little bit more of a shorter one this week, but of course we do this every single Sunday. I appreciate you guys so much for coming through, hanging out with me for yet again another video. Thank you for liking, commenting, and of course subscribing. I will catch you guys in the next one, but until then,